being recorded.
I was wondering, it says it's in North Dakota. Is it windy in North Dakota?
Guys, I have to do something about my hair. I can't go on like this. I look like a peacock. I'll be back.
You're really going to do your hair? Is it because
look,
Kristen and I threw down and brushed our hair today?
Look at you. Look at Kristen. Look at Alex.
And Loyal's hair always looks fly. So.
I mean, that's why I didn't say it, because Loyal always looks like fire.
What's up, my people? This is the Keepin It Real Estate Podcast, and I am your boy, Loyal Frisbie, residential realtor, the most radical and the most humble. Did I leave you speechless?
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out what you're talking about. Hello, everybody. I am Phil Young, a personal lines insurance agent, and I am the most exquisite and lame.
Shall we open up a bottle of Cristal?
I'm after Alex. He told me I'd go after him.
Oh, snap.
And you know what? Just jump in. Who cares?
Hey, I'm Crystal Curran. What's Spring's title? Oh, dang it. Can we edit this?
You didn't flip your hair correctly?
No, I thought we weren't saying our
didn't go the right
businesses.
way.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't care. You got a new business. Do it.
Wait.
Say it 3 times.
There's now.
Spring title, spring title, spring title.
Oh,
You better watch out. If you say that in the mirror at night, Spring Title's going to show up and attack
Erica
you.
will show up, yeah.
It's actually plural. Springs.
It is Springs. Okay. Hey, I'm Crystal Curran with Springs Title, your licensed title agent.
I'm Kristen Little from Kristen Mortgage, your residential mortgage specialist throughout the state of Florida.
What's up, everyone? Alex Quintero from Empower Media, your producer. Yeah, I was supposed to go after Phil. I was waiting for him to introduce me because he normally does that, but we're switching it up. That's all right.
I was actually really awkward this week, though, with Loyal just being weird.
I can't control how you act, buddy.
There you go.
You are responsible for you.
We are all our own masters, right? So yeah, Alex Quintero, Empower Media, kicking it back over to Loyal, actually, speaking of which, so we can go ahead and, kicking it over to Kristen, so we can go ahead and get this episode rolling. There we go.
All right. Kicking us off this week with a headline for all of you HOA lovers. I'm sure you'll all love this one. Not here in Florida. This is out in North Dakota. A man has been threatened with a $200 daily fine over his American flag noise. So in Fargo, there in North Dakota, he's had an American flag up outside of his home for the past 2 years. And since January, he's received now multiple complaints about noise from the flag.
Sorry, that was amazing. Noise from the flag. Keep going, please.
As his condo association is now threatening to fine him $200 a day if he does not take it down. No follow-up, though. I don't know if he took it down or if they're going to court on this one. This is probably one of the most ridiculous HOA things I've ever heard.
Yeah, I like the last line of it where the guy actually said he hopes for a peaceful resolution. I'm like, well, that's a true patriot, choosing peace over division. But go ahead.
Honestly thinking that this is just all an art form, right? This is the sequel to Fargo. You had this great movie back in the 90s. It was mind-blowing for a lot of people. I think it wasn't an Academy Award winner? I think it was. This sounds a lot like the plot to the sequel of Fargo. And I also want to say, do they really have nothing else to complain about in Fargo, North Dakota than flag noise?
And the fine seems a little steep.
That's what I'm saying. They say you can't put a price on freedom, and apparently this HOA decided that $6,000 a month is the price of freedom.
Incorrect, Alex. They say freedom ain't free. He's clearly going to have to pay $200 for that freedom.
$6,000 a month.
Every day.
No, 200 a day.
Day.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it goes in Fargo, though.
I'm like, could you not like buy the man with $200 a new flag that has maybe some kind of wire going through it to kind of help hold its shape a little better? Like still allow it to flex without flap? Flex without flap. The next great American flag product by yours truly, the Keepin It Real Estate Podcast team.
The people that brought you the shake weight.
Yeah.
Here is the flex and flap.
We can get Toby Keith to write a song about it and really take it viral.
No, Toby Keith's going to pay that dude's fine. I'm also thinking that maybe the currency is a little different in North Dakota as well. Maybe it's a lot less than what we're thinking. No?
No, I don't think that's how that works. Oh, man. All right.
I've never heard of one, though, for the sound. I've seen it before where you're not allowed to fly a flag at all.
Actually,
But how do they measure the noise?
Well, there's a note that says in 2005 there was there's something that prevents restrictions of the displays of the U.S. flag. So you can fly the U.S. flag. It's specifically the noise here that is the complaint.
That's so weird. Maybe they just really don't want flags, and this was the only one they don't go to jail.
No, breaking news. Hold on. What? Toby Keith, I am told, has just come out with a new rendition of his song. I'll sing it for you.
Oh, no.
Well, put a boot in your hoa. It's the American way.
That sounds exactly like the other song that he used to sing. All right, y'all. So we are going to shift topics now. It's one of my favorite portions of our podcast here is where we talk about specific areas in and around Alachua County. Today, we are talking about what the natives call Alachua. Don't get it confused with the county. It's the city of Alachua. What do we know about it? I know Crystal's like right outside of it in her new business of Springs Title.
My address is Alachua. So there's so much here. I actually just went to the chamber meeting last week, and they were talking about all of the new things that are coming to Alachua, which is crazy because it has come so far. They pride themselves on keeping that small town feel, but being on the cutting edge because they don't want to lose their students later because they can't find jobs. And so it's very cool. I'm actually in a facility, the Tech City building, which just shows how far we're coming. But there's so much to offer. We've got retirement homes for horses to go see the horses, feed the horses. We've got state parks. We've got San Velasco Hammock State Park. There is a Scuba Monkey, which is a dive certification and swimming place right on 441.
Because that's so great to do here in Alachua County.
With primates. It is at the Springs and Springs Title.
Hey, there's springs everywhere.
Yeah.
And then our Parks and Recs department is amazing. They've built a huge multi-purpose facility. They have shows that come here. They have ballets that come here. They had the Wiz come this last year, which was cool.
When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflow. I've sang this before on the same podcast.
I was about to say, this is now 2 episodes with that.
Deja vu.
So from someone who lived in Alachua for a full-on year, all I gotta say is that they have some good gyms, and they have this dump of a pub, and I love it so much. It is You walk by there and you need to have a tetanus shot before you go in. It's incredible. I love it.
What's it called?
The Alachua Sports Pub, I think.
Where?
Naturally.
Exactly,
Naturally.
Kristen. Exactly.
I've lived there 5 years. I've never heard of this.
It's
All right.
It's because it's a hole in the wall and it's behind. I happened
Everything.
by it one day.
All right.
I happened to buy it.
All right, I have an idea, another business idea for us. And Alex, you'll love this because it's in the nightclub, bar, restaurant scene. Open up a place right next to it that does what it does, but better, and we simply call it Dump. I
That
think
sounds-
making the t-shirts alone would be, everyone would be like, Dump. That's amazing.
You want to put dump on your chest, like
It's just because it's another word for this.
Who hasn't done that? I mean,
Oh. Oh man.
Oh, you just lost Phil for the remainder of this episode.
The
from a residential perspective. I just
YouTube is
will have-
gonna flag our content for being explicit now when I try
I'm
to
so
upload.
sorry that I included that amidst our talk of Alachua because I also love Alachua. Please go, Kristen.
from a residential perspective. I've lived there for a few years now. I will say this, that the things that drew me to Alachua instead of Gainesville itself were the much lower electric bills, the easy commute. I mean, I can get to the center of Gainesville in 15 to 20 minutes from my house, and a decent amount of food options. Not everything, but if you're looking for a greasy burger, you really can't beat Bev's. Okay.
Yes.
I
And a
love
milkshake.
Yes.
I love how Crystal and Kristen do the most like thought out answers that you could possibly do. And then here Loyal and I are talking about dumps and pubs.
Some of us
It's a good
Alan.
contrast.
All right. I've got an actually helpful thing to say in this here meeting of the minds, and that is that Alachua, that everyone else besides Phil just calls Alachua, has become very popular for folks like Kristen, but in this hot market, folks who like to see their money go further than it could in Gainesville. And it's a great choice. I'm taking a mutual buddy of all of ours from Capital Gains.
Shipke!
I wasn't going to say his name, but now that you outed him,
I will.
Shipke!
Shipke!
I'm taking him out to Alachua as soon as we stop recording at 3.
I hope he likes it.
That's all I
He's
had.
gonna
Oh,
love
and
it.
the fireworks. That's the only other thing I had to say about
Oh.
Alachua. They make
That's a good one.
deal. Thank you. But I think it's also a little bit unverifiable. They say that they're America's largest small town fireworks for the 4th of July. And I'm like, yeah.
Are you calling them out?
I'm the best, worst, awesome realtor. And it's like, what? Is that a category? Can you be biggest of the small? Can I be best of the worst? Like, does that even make sense?
I mean, it's funny you say the best of the worst because you are meeting Shepke right after this call. That's all I have to say about it. Shepke, I hope you're listening.
That's weird.
Full out, call out.
Oh, of course.
Rude.
All right, let's move
Just a
along.
bit.
Hey guys, the word of the day is mail away. So a mail away is unlike a traditional closing where the buyer, seller, and realtors and loan officer get to actually meet at the table and close with the title company and our attorney. And a mail away, all the closing documents are actually sent to the buyer or the seller to notarize their documents away. So if they're in another state, with COVID, if they just could not leave their home for whatever medical reason, mail-aways make it where they can still do those closings. And there's a couple options for them. If they're tech savvy, we actually email them to them. They do a hybrid closing. So we email them a couple papers. They go, they meet with a notary, they sign them, they electronically sign everything else, which is a very good option for someone out of state. If they're not tech savvy or they don't like to use technology, then we actually overnight everything to them. We have it all marked up, and then they sign with a notary. And the third option, once again, due to COVID, Florida actually passed law to start accepting RON transactions, which is remote online notarization. And that allows you to actually do a closing sitting at home on your computer. You electronically sign everything with a notary on pretty much like Zoom. They're on there with you. They're looking at the document you're looking at. You e-sign it, they notarize it. So there's a lot of options now, and mailaways are more prevalent now than they used to be as well.
Oh man, when I closed on my house, that was fun, wasn't it, Loyal?
It was, yeah. Someone mailed away documents to us from Orlando, but they didn't send a notary. There was no signer. It was like, it was like 60-page of documents, where to sign. And they're like, oh, no, it's self-explanatory. You do it. And I'm like, this is actually your work. I'm not with closings at all. Should I give you instructions on how to go out and show my home? Like, all right, now when you get to the front door, get out the key. Like, they're not, why would, yeah. They ended up paying me. They offered to pay me like $150 for my work. And I was like, well, personally, I'm worth more than that, but whatevs. For the pleasure of hanging out with Phil, I should have.
Right. Priceless.
Yes.
Are you a notary, Loyal?
No,
but I have 4 notaries in my office, so it worked out fine.
Mom, there's the first one. Right, Phil? All right, I got to say something about mailaways. So for me as a realtor, if the customer is out of town, this is the last thing before closing. So let's just say it's the buyer. So the buyer is getting the overnight, which is happening tonight, y'all, with one of our customers. And then they'll sign it, and then they'll overnight it back, paid by the closing company. But really, you've paid for it by paying the closing company. And then that'll be the end. And if it involves a loan, then you'll get paid. But it all makes me think of this song. I don't know if you remember it. It goes, mailing takes me away to where I'm closing. Mm-mm.
That was perfect.
Thank you.
Loyal's on fire today. I just got to say, there is like something going on. There's something
When
in
is
the
he
water
not?
here in Gainesville. I
When
love
is
it.
he not, though?
True. Fair point.
One final note about the word mail away here. If this is something that you are interested in, something that you think would work best for you, please alert everyone ahead of time. It does take a few days for packages to be mailed, signed, mailed back. That can delay funding. So make everyone aware as soon as possible. That includes your
Shipping, the handling, it all takes time. And do. Whoa! Did you guys? I heard the beeping sound again. Did you guys hear it? You know what that means? You know what it's time for?
Oh my gosh. It's time for the Wheel of Tumultuous Topics. Get up. All right, there it is, folks. We have the wheel. We still have the whammies. We still have the Oompa Loompas. We have all of us on here. Let's spin the wheel. We all know what the result is. Boom. Touch it. Touch it. See it. Touch it. Oh, Loyal. Well, this is exactly what we hoped would happen because Loyal has a great word for today's topic. Take it away, Loyal.
Yeah. So today's topic is called Exodus Inundation. Anyway, so everybody's moving to Florida. Lots and lots of people. And it's always been that way, but it's especially that way right now. And it's not just Gainesville, although it's definitely Gainesville. So we just want to talk about why is that? What is the appeal? And since I'm going first today, I will say I think it's because of no state income tax. So that draws people who are paying attention to that sort of thing, which are usually the rich folks. Like, I was born here. I don't know that my family ever chose Florida way back when because of that. I don't even know how long that's been around. It could be forever. But I think that's a lot of reasons why the rich folks come here that are paying attention to their tax CPA situation. And I think the other reason, well, I won't give up anybody else. Next.
So
Kids. Oh, Phil.
I'm sorry.
Every week.
Crystal never talks.
Go first,
Crystal.
Phil. Go first.
Go, Crystal. No,
Not
Crystal, go.
happening.
go.
I would say it's our weather is really good. And we received, like, during COVID, for me, closings from out of state were so chaotic. Like, we had so many people moving from upstate Pennsylvania, New York. They were severely shut down. Like, some of them are still shut down. My brother, actually, he lives out west, but he said they are completely still in like phase 1. And so Florida is open. So you're still able to work, you're still able to do things. And I think some of that is also they've seen what could happen. And Florida's a little bit more freer right now. And they're able to come here for that. And then, of course, our snowbirds, they like our weather better.
I think it's kind of fun that Loyal kind of specified why he was here. So, Crystal, were you born and raised here? Do you know why your parents moved here in the first place? Or are you from a long line of Currans?
Well, considering I'm married to a Curran, I'm not a long line of Curran. But he's from Minnesota. And so this is a very different area for him. And they came for the beach, which we don't live anywhere.
Not located in Alachua.
It's not located in Alaska.
But they have springs.
It's the same.
It's the sandy beaches of the springs.
It's just cold.
Can I go?
I like the spring better. Yes, you can go, Phil.
Thank you, Kristen. So I have dealt with a lot of people that are buying homes here, and we're able to write throughout the entire state. So I get to see where people are moving to in Florida. I will say that I had a lot of calls lately from New Jersey, New York, and California. I think I'm going to just kind of piggyback off of what Crystal said. California last year, keep in mind, went through a lot of stuff with the fires. They had COVID and fire. It almost looked like the book of Revelations out there if you're a Bible person. They want to get out. Their insurance premiums, I see, yeah, working my industry into this, right? Their insurance premiums are through the roof, and there's a lot of companies that are actually pulling out of that state. And let's face it, a lot of people and a lot of industries have learned that they can work from home. They don't have to go to a brick and mortar site to actually work. So if you're opening that up to people that can actually work at home, why not move to a place that is the laughing stock of America and social media? I love the fact that we're pulling more people in there to become more Florida man-ish. Great. We just need more headlines. So, and kind of to piggyback off of Crystal too, New York, New Jersey, they're still just kind of slowly growing. I've actually received a lot of phone calls for secondary homes from New York and New Jersey. So people that are wanting to come live here for 6 months out of the year, they're purchasing condos, very expensive condos on Miami Beach. Let them, whatever. They're selling their homes up in New York for like $700,000, moving to my hometown of Port St. Lucie, buying a house that's 3 times the size of the little shoebox that they were living in up there, and still have money to spare. Again, we go back to sales tax too on that one. So I think that it's a good thing for Florida, but is it too good of a thing for Florida? I don't know. And I do like going back into the history of things. I moved down here when I was 3, not to Gainesville, Alachua, but to Port St. Lucie. My dad was a retired cop and decided to move us here. I don't know. I feel like that's the standard. Like, I think it's part of the retirement paperwork in the NYPD. Like you turn your badge in, you turn your gun in, and then they're like, "Oh, here's a one way ticket to Port St. Lucie, Florida. Go on, buddy." And that's how we ended up here.
I kind of wonder though, if maybe people are so attracted to Florida because we haven't had anything too bad happen for a long time. Knock on wood, no hurricanes for the past few years that were completely detrimental, right?
Well, Irma kind of sucked, and that was only 3 years
Yeah.
ago.
Irma put a
Sucks for
hole
me.
through my apartment roof.
But yeah, I
Tree
mean,
did, but yeah.
but yeah, comparatively, I mean, it's not cold. You're not most likely to die any given year, and you're
Except for
gonna
the
die anyway,
Gators.
so just go ahead and move here. You know, that should be the slogan. You're gonna die anyways. Go ahead and move to Florida.
Have you
Is it
noticed though
not
that
already?
people that retire in Florida move out of state to somewhere else? Like they
Yeah.
go to Georgia or South Carolina.
South Carolina and North Carolina are pretty popular right now.
They're so hot right now.
Very,
Hey,
very
have
trendy.
any of you guys watched that movie Crawl with the Gators? It's about Florida. No?
No,
Okay.
I missed that one.
You should watch it. It's hilarious if you live in Florida. It's terrifying if, like my daughter-in-law, you're moving here from Washington, and
They
she
don't
watched it and she thinks that's what Florida is like. So
Take her
it's
to
not-
Wachua Trail.
You should also show her
Oh, I thought that was
Sharknado and tell her that that's real as well.
Sharknado.
it's on the list.
hmm
I found Sharknado 3 to be a little more realistic than the two predecessors.
Is that the one with WWE superstar Seth Rollins? I love that guy.
It's straight to video, VHS even. I've never seen any of those, but I wrote down Crawl. So, Kristen, is it family appropriate? Because it's almost time for dad jokes, and this dad's got to know.
Isn't it scary?
I mean, it's tense. Someone dies.
Well, now you gave it away.
Well,
You
So I
said that everybody's gonna die. You're good.
got to finish last time and I won, but I usually always started. So this time I declare that I'm going middle sum. I'll be third.
Royal decree. Loyal goes third.
You heard me. I'm the only dad in this room. Get started. Daddy's in charge.
How do you follow Will Smith in the snow? You follow the Fresh Prince.
ooh, I'm glad that was the starter. That's the
Ignore.
warm up.
These are so rude.
All right, I'll go next. Which state is known for its especially small soft drinks? Minnesota.
Okay. All right.
That was pretty good. That was
pretty
funny.
good. Yeah, dude. I like that one.
One day I was at work and I saw my coworker Maria, and I walked up to her and I said, "Hey, I'm not racist, but you look really nice today." And she goes, "That's not racist." And I go, "I know. I just told you I'm not racist."
Alex, I hope you play a cricket sound during that time.
We'll get something. Hey man, better luck.
Keeping
next
this
time.
industry specific. You ready? The setup here is important. What does an insurance agent use as birth control?
What?
Their personality.
I was gonna say job title, but yeah, that's about
I was
right.
gonna say job title.
Their passion for their industry.
Very good. Very good.
Oh wait, you like? Oh, you're excited about that? Oh, yeah.
So self-deprecating too. Love it. Always love the self-deprecation.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Ooh, so we were talking about cutting hair earlier. Well, how does the moon cut his hair?
Tell us.
Eclipse it. Like even my Apple Watch is going off because I thought that was hilarious.
Oh,
Okay. Hey, since we're declaring things, I want to go ahead and declare myself winner of today by royal decree. I'm just kidding.
no,
obviously.
man.
I don't know. I give it by loyal decree too.
Oh,
I agree,
royal
Alex.
decree.
Yeah.
My vote goes to Kristen with the Minnesota.
Oh, thank you.
That was a crowd.
That was a good one. It was a classic.
Well, just to throw a wrench in everyone's plans, my vote's going to Crystal. No one
Morning,
wins.
Phil.
I like
It's a 5-way tie.
5-way tie. Everyone votes for themselves.
Wait, so far no one's voted for me. This isn't a 5-way tie.
Wait,
Oh no,
Crystal.
Loyal. You got left out. I gave Phil.
So Alex voted for himself and then Kristen, and then Phil voted for Crystal, and then
So
Kristen voted for
Alex
Phil.
wins because he voted for himself.
Because I voted for myself.
But no one voted for me. Someone out there.
Kristen.
It should have been
Kristen,
Alex.
who'd you vote for?
I voted for you.
Oh, then Phil.
Well, then Phil has one.
No, Phil and Alex are tied.
Also, me and Phil are tied then.
You know what that means?
Vote for.
Joke off.
Joke off.
Joke off.
Oh,
All right.
both were connected. All right, go.
All right, go, Alex.
What do you call a factory that's just kind of okay?
An okay factory.
A satisfactory.
Good.
All right, Alex, can we bleep things out on here?
Yeah, with dolphin sounds.
Yeah, I'm gonna bleep your whole joke out and then declare myself a winner.
All right. So there were these two muffins sitting in an oven.
No.
One muffin looks at the other and he goes, "Man, it's getting really hot in here." The other muffin looks at the other muffin and goes, "Shit, a talking muffin!"
Oh my.
Not even the delivery.
Delivery wins it.
Yeah, sorry. Alex, yours was good. Phil, yours was amazing.
Showmanship brings
Yeah,
a
it
lot
was the
to
commitment.
table.
No, it was the commitment. I didn't have the same commitment for sure. So, bravo, sir.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Thank you. I had to fight for
All right,
that
so
one.
Phil is the winner.
You were a
So
great
by-
challenger, Alex. Maybe next time.
Such good sportsmanship. So by loyal decree and by KIRE Team decree, Phil is the winner this week. Woo!
With a
Dun,
joke
dun, dun,
off.
dun. I'm put a little crown on you or something. I put a crown on. I think it was last week. Crystal won or whatever. The last time Crystal won, that was fun. Okay, so good job, Phil, kicking it over on the dad joke session and winning above all of us. Right, good job. Let's kick it over to Kristen to go ahead and wrap this episode up here.
So, what's up, my people? Y'all have some news this week, some headlines for ourselves. I don't have anything. I got nothing going on.
This week has been, yesterday has made this week the most profitable ever for me in 4.5 years. In one day. It was
Dude, that's awesome.
no doubt.
Yeah.
I have already surpassed my highest annual earnings, which was last year, in 6 months. Wait, that's only really 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is May. 6, we haven't even barely started. That is ridiculous.
Wow.
Which is why I'm so busy and why it's taken me a long time to make this backdrop happen, because there's more to it. If I had time to put it up, you'll see it maybe next week. Who knows?
I'm
It looks
impressed by
very-
the work that you've done so far.
No, it looks great.
Yeah.
I want to find a GI Joe that's like pushing a lawnmower, and he could just be horizontal and like pushing up. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
work
funny.
on that.
That'd be good.
I got you.
Thank you.
I really have nothing. Like that's excellent news, Loyal. I'm so
Thanks, pal.
happy for you. That is awesome. Crystal, what you got?
For me, not a whole lot is going on besides the new biz. My kids are out of school this week, so We are
We've seen
pushing
that,
through
yeah.
one more
We've
day.
seen him lurking behind you.
That would be why you saw.
Kids are done. My kid is not done, and I'm so over it.
Alachua County did theirs different this year. Columbia County's out. Friday's our last day.
Oh wow.
I have 6 packets that need to be turned in on Friday, and I could not care less for my son.
Packets
That
for what?
sucks.
Like homework packets, like each subject, and yeah, we got the list yesterday, and I'm like, yeah, chances of these being done.
Just
not
turn in 6 packets of sweet and low, or
What?
equal.
Do they even check them though, Kristen? Because last year the packets weren't ever checked.
I don't
They
know.
just, if they got turned in, they got counted.
I wouldn't even really count last year as like a real school
No,
year. Let's
no,
be
It was
real.
nuts at the end. You should take out a red Sharpie and write on there 0%, 0%, 0%, like they've already been graded. And
Well,
to be
I'll just put, I won't put zeros. I'll put hundreds. Why would I put zeros?
because he didn't fill them out. I don't know. So you don't care.
I put hundreds. and
Life
maybe-
lessons,
So
Kristen.
just-
That's
That's
how we
what
do
we're
it in our
teaching her.
house.
The only one that hasn't said anything yet is producer boy.
Producer
Boy.
boy.
Pretty soon you will
Uh,
be a producer man.
Yeah, right. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Maybe on season 18 when we get there. No, things are good. Busy, like I said last week too. Entertainment is coming back and come back quick. So speaking of the Alachua area, I'm doing a lot of work kind of out in the High Springs. So I'm loving it out there as well. But no, things are good. Things are busy and things are good. Much like I guess that's the theme throughout the episode. Just no changes, but things are good and we're staying busy, except for Loyal already. Hey man, I want to say, so if this is where you are month 5 or month 6, imagine where you're gonna be month 10, 11, 12.
In the grave.
You're gonna be
Oh.
rolling in it, brother.
Work to the bones.
So
Skeleton
good job.
loyal.
Good job.
Trivia night at the Pink Flamingo Thursdays.
Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, featuring Philip Young on keeping score tonight. This will air next week, but and eventually working his way into hosting. So come on out, check it out.
All
See
right,
those
you
theater
guys, I
skills and
got to
work.
be able to show Shepke. So here's the ending, and I want to know. We'll start with you, producer boy 3000.
Boy.
Alex, keeping it.
Rockin'.
Phil, keeping it.
Classy.
Of course. Crystal, keeping it.
Saucy.
Did you say quiet? Because
I said saucy.
I thought you said
enough to
coffee.
pick up on a mic.
Keeping it coffee.
Keeping it coffee.
Keeping it lamp.
Kristen, Kitty Little, keeping it.
Lively.
Wonderful. Well, y'all, I am keeping it kind, and we are, as always, keeping it kind, and as always, keeping it real estate.
Real estate.
All right, deuces.
Wow.